Welcome to the deep dive. It's something we hear all the time, especially if you've been working out for a while. That feeling, right? Hitting a plateau, maybe getting a bit discouraged when you see, other people who just seem to defy age.
Yeah, definitely.
We actually had a listener, Bob Stryker, he's 46, been at it for 10 years, reach out with exactly this.
Okay.
He was looking at guys like Joe Rogan, David Goggins, both over 50, looking incredible and just wondering, is it even possible naturally after 40?
Right. And that's a huge question.
Get this, even his doctor apparently said it wasn't very likely. Does that sound familiar to you at all? Maybe you've had those thoughts yourself.
Oh, absolutely. It's a really common thing, that feeling of getting stuck and then you start looking around.
Yeah.
Especially now with social media, right?
Yeah.
It's all curated perfection. So it's totally understandable why Bob felt that way.
And the doctor's saying that too.
Wow. Yeah, especially when a professional seems to kind of back up those doubts.
Absolutely. So, Bob, and hey, anyone else listening who's ever wondered about this? Our mission today is really to dig into this whole question.
Good.
We've got some great insights, actually, from the Athlean X YouTube channel. They tackled this exact issue. Someone asked a very similar question.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So we're going to unpack what's really possible, building muscle, staying lean after 40, and crucially, how you actually do it.
And what's cool is that the source, the guy in the channel, he's, I think, in his early 40s himself and deep in the fitness world.
Exactly.
So he's coming right out and challenging that discouraging opinion Bob got. That's a great place to start.
Okay, yeah, let's tackle that doctor's opinion head on, because that's kind of where Bob's frustration started, right? The host on YouTube, he was pretty clear.
Yeah.
He strongly disagreed, really disagreed with that blanket statement.
Yeah, he said it kind of fired him up.
Which tells you something.
It does. And it brings up a good point. Medical doctors are amazing for illness, disease, all that.
Of course.
But optimizing physical health, building muscle, specific fitness goals that often needs, more specialized knowledge. It's just a different focus.
That's a fair point. And then there's the whole comparison thing, which the YouTube host really zoned in on.
Right.
He talked about, back in the day, before all the social media, your main comparison was just you.
Yourself in the mirror.
Looking in the mirror, seeing those small changes, maybe a bit more definition.
Yeah.
That's what kept you going.
It's such a contrast to now, isn't it? Where you're just bombarded with these highlight reels, the absolute best versions of everyone else online.
Totally. It makes it so easy to feel like you're, falling behind or something.
When you're comparing your everyday reality to someone's perfectly staged photo op.
And it's not just the huge names like Rogan and Goggins either. He pointed out sometimes it's even tougher when you see, seemingly normal people online looking amazing.
Good lighting, right angle.
Exactly. It just sets this bar that feels maybe unrealistic sometimes. Okay, so let's talk about those specific guys Bob mentioned. Joe Rogan and David Goggins. What did our source say about them?
Well, connecting back to managing expectations, the host gave some useful context. With Joe Rogan, the understanding is, he's pretty open about using TRT.
Testosterone replacement therapy, yeah.
Right.
And the YouTube host was really quick to say, look, that doesn't diminish Rogan's physique or his insane work ethic.
Not at all.
I mean, the guy trains like a beast, right?
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, lifting. Health is obviously a massive priority for him.
Exactly. The point isn't really to debate TRT itself, but just to understand, it's one piece of a much bigger puzzle.
Right. It's not just the TRT.
It includes that consistent hard training, the whole lifestyle. It's not some magic bullet.
Okay. Then there's David Goggins. Now, the YouTube host believes Goggins is 100% natural. And this is huge for you, Bob. Goggins is also over 50 and in just phenomenal shape.
Right. So that directly pushes back on that initial idea that it's impossible to look great naturally after 40.
Totally counters it.
It really makes you ask, okay, what is actually possible with just consistent hard work and the right strategies, regardless of age or what others might be doing?
Okay, so that impossible idea, let's maybe put that one to rest.
Yeah, I think we can.
Good. So let's get down to the practical stuff. The how. What training principles did the source highlight? Stuff for over 40s, but honestly, it sounds like good advice for anyone, right?
Definitely applicable across the board. But yeah, the focus was on a well-rounded plan. Recommendation is aiming for 3 to 4 weight training sessions a week.
Okay.
If you're doing 3, think total body workouts.
Right. Hit everything each time.
Exactly. If you can manage 4, maybe split it up. Upper body one day, lower the next, like a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday kind of thing.
Okay, makes sense. And it wasn't just about, like, throwing weights around, was it?
Yeah.
He talked about training for both strength and hypertrophy.
Yes, crucial distinction.
For anyone listening, maybe not sure, strength is like being able to lift that heavy suitcase, right? Hypertrophy is more about the muscles actually looking bigger.
That's a good way to put it, like a powerful engine versus, a bigger looking engine.
Yeah. And why are both important after 40?
Well, you see, maintaining that raw strength, that keeps you functional, able to do everyday things easily, stay independent longer.
Super important.
And the hypertrophy, building the muscle size, helps fight off that natural muscle loss that starts creeping in around this age. You're sort of future-proofing yourself.
Okay, so how do you actually train for both? Did he suggest doing different things?
Yeah, you recommended kind of separating the focus within your training week, or even within a workout sometimes.
How so?
For strength, the focus should be lower reps. Think around 5 reps per set. Heavier weight, obviously.
Okay, classic strength work.
Right. And longer rest periods between sets. Let yourself recover. And interestingly, he stressed not always training to absolute failure, especially on big lifts like squats and deadlifts.
Really? Why not failure?
Well, that lower rep range around 5 lets you lift heavy, which is key for strength, hitting the nervous system hard. The longer rest helps you keep that performance up across your sets. And avoiding failure constantly helps manage fatigue and allows for more consistent progress over time, rather than just burning out.
Okay, that makes sense. Then what about the hypertrophy part? For size?
That shifts a bit. Think slower reps. He mentioned like a 4-second lift, 4-second lower, really controlled.
Okay, feeling the muscle work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You might even use slightly lighter weight here. The focus is pure muscle engagement, squeezing, contracting, not using momentum.
Time under tension, right?
Precisely. That slow tempo maximizes the time the muscle fibers are working, which really drives growth. And taking momentum out forces the target muscle to do all the work. Plus, it can actually be a bit easier on the joints sometimes.
Good point. And speaking of joints, he was really big on range of motion, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Very strong stance. Full range of motion, always.
No half reps.
He specifically advised against doing partial reps all the time. Said training through the full range builds more resilience, better long-term function, which, gets more and more important as we age.
Definitely want to keep moving well for the long haul.
It's crucial for long-term joint health and overall ability. While, maybe some niche research looks at partials for specific things, for overall health and strength, full range is generally the way to go.
Okay. What about cardio? Because that's often the first thing people jump to for getting lean.
Right. But the source material was clear. Nutrition is the main driver of leanness, not cardio.
Okay. So you can't just run off a bad diet.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You really can't out-train consistently poor eating. However...
Okay. There's a but.
There's a but. He did acknowledge cardio becomes maybe more important as we get older.
Why is that?
Partly because of that potential metabolic slowdown.
Yeah.
You might lose a bit of muscle mass naturally, metabolism dips. Cardio helps increase your overall calorie burn to kind of counteract that.
Okay, helps keep the engine running a bit hotter.
Sort of, yeah.
Plus the obvious stuff, right? Heart health, overall quality of life. Those benefits are huge.
You argue with heart health. He even admitted, actually, that back when he was younger, purely focused on looks, he got super lean mainly through diet. Very little specific cardio.
Interesting. So diet was doing the heavy lifting for fat loss then?
It really underscores it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nutrition is the foundation for body composition. Conditioning, cardio, it plays a key supporting role, especially for long-term health and metabolism maintenance.
Okay, let's really dig into nutrition then, because he called it the main driver of body fat levels.
Yeah, this was a big focus.
He used this phrase I like, 23-in-1. What was that about?
The 23-in-1 concept. It's pretty insightful, actually.
Yeah.
It forces you to think, okay, your fitness isn't just that 1 hour you spend in the gym, right?
Right.
It's about the other 23 hours. All those choices you make outside the workout, food, sleep, stress.
Oh, okay. The whole day matters.
The whole day. It really highlights that you need a holistic view, not just focusing on that workout window. Resilience, having a plan you can actually stick to, that becomes vital.
Makes sense. It's easy to be good for an hour, harder for 23.
Exactly. He also kind of moved away from just strictly calories in, calories out.
Oh, how so?
He really emphasized the quality of those calories. Focus on foods that are packed with nutrients but aren't super dense in calories.
So like veggies, lean proteins.
Yeah, those kinds of whole foods. That way, you can feel full, get good nutrition, and maybe not have to meticulously count every single calorie. which can be draining.
That sounds way more sustainable long term.
It generally is. When you prioritize whole, unprocessed stuff, you naturally feel more satisfied, get more nutrients. Often makes that strict calorie counting less necessary for success.
Did he offer any practical tips for that?
He mentioned his plate division technique, like a visual guide.
Okay.
Aim to fill roughly half your plate with non-starchy vegetables, broccoli, spinach, salad, that sort of thing.
Okay, half the plate is veggies.
Then about a quarter with lean protein, chicken, fish, beans, tofu.
Got it.
And the last quarter, that's for your healthy, starchy carbs. Potatoes, rice, quinoa.
So carbs are okay then?
Absolutely, that was another big point. Don't be carb-phobic.
Ah, good to hear.
Just control the portion, right? Use that plate guide. Having those carbs makes the whole thing more sustainable. Avoids those massive cravings that can just derail everything. Yeah, trying to cut out carbs completely, that usually backfires for me.
For most people, eliminating whole food groups is tough. It can lead to deficiencies, feel super restrictive. Including good carbs in moderation gives you energy and makes it much easier to stick with healthy eating long term.
Okay, so smart training, quality nutrition.
Yeah.
What else?
Consistency and discipline. That was the final crucial piece.
Ah, the hard part.
Maybe the hardest part. He referenced, I think his Antonio Brown quote, about talent needing consistent work and discipline to actually mean something.
Right. Talent isn't enough.
And he applied that directly at this. Building muscle, staying lean after 40. It just requires putting in the work consistently.
Week after week, month after month. Yep. He basically said, the plan outlined the training, the nutrition, it's totally achievable.
Yeah.
If that consistency and discipline are there.
No magic pills, no shortcuts.
No shortcuts. Just got to do the work.
So, connecting back to Bob's initial feeling, that discouragement.
Yeah, if we bring it back to Bob and anyone feeling lost, the answer isn't some secret trick or fancy supplement.
It's the basics.
It's consistently applying those fundamental principles of training and nutrition and the discipline, especially during those tough 23 in 1 hours. That's what ultimately gets you the results that last.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. For you, Bob, and everyone listening, building muscle, staying lean over 40 naturally, it is absolutely possible. We see examples like David Goggins, but it takes a smart approach, right? Strategic training hitting both strength and size, full range of motion, adding some conditioning, and maybe even more importantly, that relentless dedication to good nutrition. Quality foods, balanced portions, not fearing carbs, mastering those choices outside the gym.
Couldn't have said it better. And maybe the biggest shift mentally is to really try and move away from comparing yourself to others, especially online, right? It's just not helpful.
Focus on your own lane.
Exactly. Focus on your own progress, striving to be a better version of you. That's the real goal.
That's such a key takeaway. Okay, so here's something maybe to chew on after this.
Right.
Which area feels like the biggest personal challenge for you? Is it sticking to the training consistently? Or is it nailing down that disciplined nutrition day in, day out?
Ooh, good question.
Think about it. And then consider, how could just making small, sustainable improvements in that specific area lead to really significant results down the line? Really reflect on your own 23-in-1. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.